Okay, hello everybody. My name is Mikhail, but you can call me Mike. And now I'm gonna show you how to use the extension I wrote for Tiled editor. It's a JavaScript extension and use the JavaScript API. And it's those two files. So let's first start where you can download this. You can download it in the GitHub, and I'm preparing to release version 1 of this extension. So it's those two files, one for the tile map export and one for the tile set export. I've made a readme you can follow to install the extension. It's not difficult at all, and I'm gonna show it now really quickly. So when you start Tiled, at the moment I'm using latest dev version and build it with Qt Creator from here. And I do it because in the latest version there is this clear console button. So when you go to File, to edit preference, then plugins, you can see this is the folder where the extension should be put. So when we open this folder, we can see that there I have my project, my repo, and Godot, and the export to Godot tilemap.js and the second JS. So these two files are automatically loaded from Tiled when Tiled starts, and also I have a utils.js that is useful if you're going to make some changes to the export or fixes or whatever. But yeah, you can use this function for debugging and logging. So let's go back to Tiled. First thing is you can check this, like let's do a little change and save, and you will see that everything is automatically loaded. Again, let's turn it back, and again Tiled load them. So if this works, the extension is correctly placed and loaded. Next step is let me show you. I created this map with 4 layers and 2 tile sets because this is the most complex thing that you can do with the exporting at the moment. And one tile map can have multiple tile sets in Tiled, but in Godot that's not the case. In Godot, one tile map can have one tile set, and if you want to add, you can add different textures or images in a Godot tile set. Controversially, in Tiled you can have one image per tile set, so this is the tile set and you have only one image, but you can have multiple tile set in one tile map. So the export plugin maps each tile set as a different tile set in Godot, but each layer is mapped as a different tile map object in Godot, and I'm gonna show it later when we see what we do in Godot. So how do you use the extension? After you put them in the extension directory, you can go to File. For example, if you open a tile set, you can go to File, Export as, and here you see this .trs format, and save. If everything is fine, you will see this message in the console. Again, let's try it with the other tile set. Yes, and the map. The shortcut is Ctrl Shift and E. Everything works. So let's see. Something important is that one layer in tile can use tiles from different tile sets, but this is not the case with Godot. As we said, one tile map can use only one tile set. So I recommend, otherwise it just won't work, to use one tiled layer like this with tiles from one tile set. For example, this one. As you see, all the other layers use tiles from the first tile set. Yeah, and I think this is the most complicated thing in the exporting. Other than that, you just use tile as you know it and as you like. Next thing I'm gonna show you is how you define collisions. Again, this is a core tile functionality. You just pick a tile and go, and as you see here, I created a square, and I think here I created a polygon, and those are the two types Godot support, rectangle and polygon. And about the ellipses, Godot doesn't support ellipses for the tile set, but support a capsule for other objects which are not still supported. And if you really want to see what is supported from the export plugin, you can see this is the feature list I'm going to check in the future when I add some more functionality. So yeah, at the moment we have the export to tile map, tile set, collision shapes, and orthogonal maps. So this is everything from tile perspective, and let's see how we use it in Godot engine. So when you export the files, and that's not everything, let's go back. I missed something very important. You need to set the root folder of your tiled project. Let me show you that. Okay. Then with layers. So here is my root folder. This one is the folder where my project is, and it's important to add it in the tiled as a custom property, because based on this path, the export plugin set the URLs of the different resources. And again, let me just show you. So when you go to tile set properties, you will see the path to the root folder, and the important thing is the forward slashes. You have to use them because, well, the backward slashes are not what Godot uses, and also they have to be escaped, but the forward one doesn't. So this is the format you have to use, the Unix format. And yeah, you have to set it on each tile set you use or each map you use. It's the same path. And then when you export, as you saw previous, when you export them, let's open up, for example, this temple tile trace, and yeah, let's see. This is the content of the exported file. So this path here, this is where you need the root folder, because the root folder is replaced with resource prefix. And I think that's really all about what you have to set up in Tiled in order to use the export plugin. And okay, let's see if everything works in Godot. So okay, temple tile is working. You can zoom in to see it. let's see the other one. Here is the platform tile set, and when you go to edit, we can see in yellow the collisions. So everything seems to work. The snap settings I use is if I want to test something in Godot editor. So for example, this way I have precision of 1 pixel, but this is another topic, that changes made to this tile set are gonna be overwritten when you export it again. So it's better to do your collisions here. For example, on this one, you can pick and create something like that. Okay, save, export, save, go back to Godot, and yeah, we see the mushrooms have the collision. Let me just restart that because it crashed or I closed it. So let's see the map in action. This is our map with the 2 tile sets, and as you see in Godot we have 4 layers corresponding to the 4 layers here with absolutely the same names and the same order. And when we start the scene, we see our main hero walking in the level, and as you see the collisions are what we expect. Let's try something cool. Here I've missed to set up the collision here, so let's do it in Tiled. Okay. We go to the tile set, we pick this one, yes. We zoom in and let's set it like something like this. Okay, very cool thing is that now you can copy the collision shape and, for example, use it here and maybe here too. Okay, here is a little bit different, but it's very easy to be fixed and changed. Here it is. So this is something the Godot editor doesn't have. So yeah, again let's draw here. Save, export, and now if you okay, it doesn't load, but let's reload the level. Okay, and now you see the collision is updated. I've added a scene reload, which kind of worked. Let's try it with adding a tile. But yeah, the cool thing is we have the collision now. Let's add some tiles. So we go back to the tile editor, and let's say we like what well, let's say we are gonna use this. This is something other that it's very useful to select a stump of tiles, and let's add it here just before the arc and one after. Again, save and export. Yes, go back to our game, revolt. Oh, I went to the wrong direction. Huh, and now you see an error, and this is because I made a mistake and draw it on the tempo layer. So this is a nice mistake. Let's say it's from the script. Let's fix it. So as you see, I used tiles on the wrong layer, the tempo layer, and the tempo layer is assigned to this tile set, and this assignment is based on the first tile which is found in the layer. And if we close the others, we can see that the first tile is this one, which is from this tile set layer. So let's fix it. We can select this, cut, back to the ground layer, paste it where we want them, and save and export. Go back to the game, revolt, and as you see, we have our tiles. So yeah, what else to show you? I think these are the main things I wanted to present, and let's release it. So this is version 1. As you saw it on the video, it's recorded, it's working. So I think I will go to sleep in just several minutes. So let's publish this. Okay. Another very interesting thing I've made, and you can check it out, is about the tile map encoding and the tile map limits. So I made this beautiful Excel sheet, and in it you can see the internal encoding. Well, this is the last thing I'm gonna show you before we end this video. Here in the exported trace file, for example, this platform tiles trace, as you can see, here are all the collisions shapes, all the map to the tiles in the tile set, and all the tile set data. And if you look closely, you see that here is what you expect for a coordinate X and Y. But in the tile map, let's open up the tile map too. Here is the tile map. It's a Godot.scene file, so when you open the tile map, you can see that all tiles are encoded with just one, well, it's not one, it's part of 3 digits. And the first one is the encoded coordinate. This is the combination of the X and Y, the X and Y coordinates. Yeah, in Bulgarian it's X and Y, so sorry for that. But in the X and Y coordinates, You can see the formula I used to convert them, and a little explanation why they use it, why Godot made it that way. And the interesting thing is the tile map limit, and I've made some tests, and yeah, these are the limits from first hand. More information about this you can see in the Godot point poo int array. Okay, so I think these are the important things, and from now on I'm going to update and add more features like the navigation polygons that are presented in Godot. Let's see them here in the tile set. The navigation polygon or the occlusion polygons, and one-way tile map, and whatever else is needed. And I plan to support isometric maps and hexagonal maps, but this will come later on. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this is useful for you, and goodbye from me.